Right, let's get this show on the road. Thank you for attending this session. This is Exam Prep MD-100. My name's Andrew Bettany, and I'm a Microsoft MVP for about 8 years. Been working with Windows for over 15 years, consulting on it, moving people to the cloud in the last 3 or 4 years has probably been my main focus. And this is not the first time I presented at Ignite, but it's the first time I presented on Windows 10 at Ignite. You know, I've done lots of things on things like Windows Autopilot, provisioning packages, and, you know, there's a few things I've done at Ignite before. And it's my honor to be here with you guys. So please ask me any questions, catch me after the session. Let's help your journey to becoming certified on MD-100, our joint goal. I really want to help you with that. So before we start, let's just outline what I'm hoping you'll achieve by the end of this session. And we've got 75 minutes together, so it's quite a long time to break down all the different components. So this is not an exam cram. We're not going to go through exam questions in any detail. We're not going to do many demos, if any. We're going to give you what the exam will consist of in general terms. We're going to cover how you can go about preparing for that exam, and we'll talk about what study materials and resources that you can leverage to get yourself in a good shape for that exam. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's before we start, we really do need to get stuck into what this new certification model that Microsoft have put forward means for you. Because some of you may have got exams going back years and years and years, but this might be your first role-based exam. And I'll ask you a couple of questions on that shortly. They've changed things. They've changed things around, and we'll see. You know, I think it's for the better. You know, this is the first full year where we've had role-based certifications in market. Okay, I have helped Microsoft last year and the year before enabling these come to market, and some of the tasks that we talk about later on, like job task analysis, where they get experts in a room and say, what should be on this exam? I was part of that in the early days, this, you know, in the last 18 months. And then from that, I then took away some of those nuggets and wrote books and courses and training and this session based on what I learned through that process. So there is a lot of logic and a lot of planning to get to where we are now for you to pick this up and go and get the exam. Modern workplace. This is all about how do you take an existing operating system that we've had for 5 years, we've had Windows 10 for many years now, and how do you frame that, how do you place that into a business that is, inverted commas, modern? In effect, how do we modernize the IT job? How do we modernize where you are now if you've been using XP, Vista, Windows 7, and you've probably started to move to Windows 10? Is that in a modern environment, or is that in a legacy environment? Well, the MD-100 focuses on the legacy environment, as in what's in the box, not necessarily where you're going to take it to the cloud. That's more MD-101. But if we look on this graphic, you can see the workplace certification that we're looking for is the goal. And you're going to be taking probably the top one there, the Modern Desktop Associate level certification. And we'll have a look at what that contains in a second, and we'll look in the objective domains and look at individual items of that. But this is Microsoft's new role-based certifications. There are, at the bottom, you'll see a couple of new ones that are in beta at the moment, or beta. They're new. We've not got a great deal of details on them. If you're interested in those workloads, and that's a new word I'm going to introduce, workloads, then take a look and have a look at doing some free beta exams. Yeah, get your head around those new ones this week whilst you're here. But we're going to focus on the top one. We're going to focus on the Modern Desktop Associate. All right? You can, if you get that, if you get both the exams, progress to the certification at the end. Does that make sense? Any of you interested in the whole Microsoft 365 that you've not touched before should consider the Microsoft 365 fundamentals. And I say that because it's a really good, all-encompassing entry-level certification. So it will cover all the components of Microsoft 365. So not just Windows 10, not just mobile device management, not just Office 365, but all those other bits and pieces as well, such as a little bit of Teams, a little bit of security compliance, a little bit about how do you configure the security on your whole environment. Look at that fundamentals. All right? That'll give you a good grounding as you get stuck into using Windows 10, not only as a standalone operating system, but also as a modern operating system for a modern cloud-enabled world. Okay? Nobody's saying you've got to go to the cloud and everything's got to be connected to Office 365 and Microsoft 365, but that is the goal where we're going. Okay? It might take a year, it might take 10 years, depends where you are on that timeline. Okay? Let's just recap. What do we mean by job tasks and roles and the modern certification? Well, take a look at this description. This is the audience profile for that top-level administrator associate credential. And you'll see that it covers quite a high level of tasks. You know, you're going to be reporting to the Microsoft 365 administrator. You're going to be responsible for the Windows 10 within your environment, and that could be for deploying it, maintaining it, managing it. You know, you're going to be advising him or her everything about Windows 10. You're going to be the Windows 10 expert if you get this credential, both in a legacy and a cloud-enabled environment. So that's why you need to know both parts of the picture. You need to know Windows 10 inside out, which is what we're going to talk about today, but you also need to know how you would move that towards a cloud-enabled future. All right? So you can see this audience profile is quite detailed. There's quite a lot in there. So there's quite a lot of scope. Let's now drill down how you achieve this credential. And I said before, there are two types, or there's two exams that you need to achieve. One is the one we're talking about predominantly today, and I appreciate there are no sessions on MD-100 this week, so I'll touch on it now just so you've got an insight, and I'll cover some of those questions that you might have on 101 at the end, depending on what time we've got. But you can see along the top line, the MD-100, we've got the different skills or the objective domains. Now, these slides will be made available at the end. You'll have them to be able to download. The session's been recorded, so please, you don't need to make notes of these. Feel free to take pictures, but this is all public knowledge. None of this is NDA or confidential. So you can see the top-level skills for each exam. So we'll be looking at deploying Windows, devices and data, configuring connectivity, and maintaining Windows. If you do the 101 exam as well, we're now looking at policies and profiles. We're looking at managing, protecting devices, and looking at apps and data on those devices. And that is mainly done with device management, or MDM, mobile device management. So you're thinking there config manager and mainly Intune. So it's quite Intune rich. There's a lot of Intune goodness in there. Just a quick show of hands, who's using Intune at the moment? Wow, it's about half of you are using Intune. Who has yet to deploy Windows 10? Do I expect any hands up? Good. Okay, one or two, okay. So most of you are all using Windows 10. Half of you are using it on Intune. Who's using System Center? Wow, okay, so you guys are, because I'm from the UK, and System Center is popular, but not as popular as it is in the US. All right, and I'm assuming most of you are from the US. I can tell. Yeah, so Config Manager and Intune, you heard Brad Anderson's speech yesterday, his talk, where those two products are meant to be working together, Config Manager and Intune, to manage and maintain your Windows 10 operating systems. In fact, all of your devices, okay? To get the certification, you need both these exams. All right. Start off with this one. It is the easier of the two. That doesn't mean it's easy. It means it's the easier of the two. I don't want you pulling me up and saying, you said it was going to be easy. It's the easier of the two. Why? Because it's the same Windows 10 operating system that we've had for many years. So if you've got a good grounding in Windows 7, Vista, XP, you've used a Windows client, and you've used Windows 10, you'll know about things like Task Manager, you'll know about Performance Monitor, you'll know about event subscriptions, You'll know a good many of the topics, yeah? And you're just needing to then focus on what's changed, what's new, what's cool, what are they going to test on, okay? The second exam is trickier because it's more in-tune related. It talks about policies. So no longer do we really talk about policy. We do that in this session, but in the second 101 exam, we don't. We talk about in-tune policy because that's how you'd configure a device remotely using a cloud-enabled system. Okay, let's move on. So just a couple of big high-level pointers, and if you looked at any other exam prep sessions this week, or if you're going to go to some of these, you'll see this talked about already. You'll see this discussed in detail. This is where, you know, if it's your first exam, then this might be a shock to you. But most of the exams now are very standardized because it's easy for Microsoft to produce standardized exams. You're going to get between 40 and 60 exam questions. You're going to get a mixed variety of types of questions. Okay, some will be multiple answer, some will be drag and drop, some will be complete the missing word in the sentence, some will be put them in different orders. But if it's not your first exam, if this is your first exam, you need to be aware and prepared for this. And what I urge you to do, and we'll talk about this at the end of the session, is go and take a practice test over at the Microsoft Learn booth. Yeah, schedule yourself in. You don't even have to book it in. You just have to walk in. It's a walk-in service. And sit at a PC, load up the MD-100 exam test prep, and for 20, 30 minutes, if you've got spare time, go and sit there and go through that. Just 1 second. And they're free, okay? And we'll talk about the fact that you can have some free exams as well whilst you're here, and you can take one home as well. You should expect to be in that exam scenario for 1 hour, for 180 minutes, so 3 hours potentially. And that includes reading the instructions, going through the overview, and actually taking the exam. You'll have case studies. You'll have multiple types of questions. But you know, these are doable. If you know your topic, if you've researched it, you've prepared yourself, you've read whatever preparation material you've read, and you've done the practical, you've used the machine, you should have no problems in passing this exam if you've been using Windows 10 for, let's say, 6 months in an enterprise environment. Yeah, but do go. We'll go through all the nitty-gritty, the bits and pieces within the objective domain shortly. And if there's any points that I'm talking about that I'm showing you in the slides that you're not 100% comfortable with, flag that for yourself to say you need to look at that a little bit more, because that's what it's going to test you on. It's going to test you on the bits that you're not quite good at. So you know what you're not quite good at. So one exam prep that I used to do was, if I let's take a book, I would go down the index at the back, and I would highlight all the things I was happy with, and then focus my time on the areas that I wasn't happy with. And once I'd read that chapter, I'd practiced it, I'd seen it in the flesh, as it were, I'd then highlight that line and go back. So you'd have 200 or 300 lines all highlighted in orange or yellow or whatever color, but it's diminishing, the items that are not colored in. And then by the end of it, I'd be happy to go and have a crack at the exam. All right? How you prepare for the exam is different for you. But again, listen to other people, talk to other people. That's why you're here. You're trying to learn from other people. Talk to your colleagues who you sat next to at break time. How did they find that exam? How many of you are Microsoft certified on something other than Windows 10 at the moment? Wow. Okay. How many of you got a certification on Windows 10? Sorry, on another Windows client, but not Windows 10? 2 or 3? Okay, a few more. Okay. So most of you, all right, this is not meant to be an embarrassing question. How many of you have not taken a Microsoft exam before? Wow, so there's a good third of you guys. That's great. So you must take some of the advice at the back end of this session of what you need to do to help yourself prepare. Just so you're not thrown into that shark pit and get nibbled. We want to make sure you have a pleasant, enjoyable experience when you go for that exam. And hopefully you'll take that exam this week. Yep. The Microsoft Learn guys in the booth, they have people who'll do 10, 15 exams a week. That is their USP. That is what they come to conference for. Some people will sit on hands-on labs all week. and do no sessions. Some people will come and do exams all week and do no sessions. And that is their return on investment for their boss. They'll say, look, I spent that week and I just swatted and I got all these exams. So what you do in your time whilst you're here is for you, okay? As long as you're getting your own return on investment, that's fine. Okay. One new thing that's come into testing recently is performance-based testing. Now, you asked for this, or your managers did, or the recruitment people did. People said, look, we want you to actually verify that this candidate can do what they say they can do. That's pretty cool. So what you'll find now, in all exams, or most exams that are not in beta, okay, you'll have a virtual window where you'll connect, it'll automatically connect you to a virtual machine running Windows 10, and you'll have to perform a series of tasks. And those tasks will be different for different people, they're fairly random. But it might be an example of, can you configure this IP address, or this VPN, or configure an event subscription to pull data from one event log on a remote machine, or configure BitLocker encryption. Can you see where I'm going from it? It's a fairly straightforward task, but if you've never done it before, you're going to be thinking, scratching your head, you're going to get that one wrong. Okay? So bear in mind, you need to be using the system. You need to be having a go at this. You can't just read the book or read the objective domain and tick the list to go, yeah, I've done that. If you've not done it, this might catch you out. So anything you're not sure about, that you can't visualize how you'd do it, actually get the demo machine out, a virtual machine, and have a play. All right? So this is quite cool. This is going to be included in as many exams as they can. Okay? They've perfected it now, so the latency is not an issue. It works. It gets scored correctly at the end. Life's good. All right? So that might shock you if you've not seen it before. Okay. Let's just move on now to the objective domain. This is the big chunk of the session that I'm going to cover. And you'll see that the MD-100 is split into 4 main categories. And you can see the percentages or the weighting for each of these categories that you need to focus your energy or your effort on. And these haven't really changed for the last 5 years. This is Windows 10 legacy thinking. This is how do we install it? How do we manage it? How do we configure networking or VPN? And then how do we maintain it? How do we keep it running? Okay. So there should be no surprises here. If there are, you need to be making a note of the ones that you're not sure about, and then use your time. If you're going to do the exam this week, focus on those areas. So the four objective domain areas, when you do the exam prep, maybe over in the Microsoft Learn area, and you do a free exam prep test, you can specify, just give me exam type questions, not real exam questions, but exam type questions on just that one objective domain. So you can focus, you can narrow your exposure. So you're not given 150 questions about the whole test. You just give me 35 questions or 38 questions just on deploying Windows 10. Does that make sense? So you narrow your focus. And you almost bombard yourself. And what that does, it will sort out, just like I'm doing today, it will sort out whether or not you know a topic well to take the test. And make a note of the areas that you're not sure, read the instructions, read why you got it wrong if you got it wrong. Do that without spending money. Because when you come to the exam, you don't get to see what you passed or what you failed on each individual question. You only get your score report at the end, and it gives you a very generalist view of these objective domains, how you got on. Did you go over halfway? Was it less than 100%? You know, you get an overall score, but that's a combined score. All right? Whereas in the prep, you can get quite detailed analysis of how you're performing. All right. So here's the top-level topics that we're going to see within Deploy Windows. And remember, throughout this session, this is all about legacy Windows 10. This is not joining it to a cloud infrastructure. This is Active Directory. This is domain. This is standalone. This is workgroup, okay? So when we look at deploying Windows, we're doing it in a legacy or traditional way, which most of you will be in that environment now. which is why this is a great starting point for you. Because then when you do the MD-101 exam, you'll be learning lots of new stuff. I mean, you'll be like, I'm not sure about this. And that's where you need to set up your demo and your trials and your virtual machines and actually build that lab environment. This stuff, you should have some familiarity of, okay? And we'll drill down into it and have a little look. Okay, there are a few gotchas in here that you need to be aware of. So I've not listed every single one of these items in any great detail in my further slides. I've picked one or two that I think might just get you if you're not fully up to speed with it. If you've not deployed Windows 10 as fully as you might do. Let's have a look. So language packs. You know, Windows 10 supports, I think it's 127 different languages. You can customize the image. You can add multiple languages to an image. You can do that after the event. You can use command prompts. You can use PowerShell. Or you can bake it into the image when you deploy it. Your choice is yours. But you need to understand certain language packs. You've got a whole bunch of new language features available. And you can see them. Display language, text-to-speech, speech recognition, and handwriting support. If you were coming from a Windows 10 position 5 years ago, you might not know those items because you didn't encounter them. Whereas if you're starting to deploy, let's say, modern Surface devices, you'll need to enable handwriting support, and you'll want the language feature to recognize French or Spanish or whatever language you want. And then you need to make sure that you understand how to swap between the different languages. All right? So you can see I'm focused on just a few little areas that you might need to drill down in and actually play, because you know that Windows 10 supports languages, but you know how to change it and swap it, and how do you deploy that? Okay. Have you come across this term local experience packs? Yeah. So that's where the Windows 10 itself is fully installed in a different language. All right. Don't forget the old legacy tools too. So DISM and LPK setup. This is where you can fine-tune the image on the fly. Remember, DISM will allow you to manipulate a working image of Windows 10, but also a WIM image as well, if you're still doing WIM image. Okay. Yeah. When you come to deploying Windows, you could use a server-based environment. I'm sure you do. Most of you said you've got System Center and Config Manager, and you'll be using Windows Deployment Server, and all these big enterprise deployment methods. Don't forget that this exam is also looking at, can you do it in a workgroup environment? Can you do it where you retain user information? Can you use the USMT, the User State Migration Toolkit, okay, which came out 20 years ago? So what are the new features in the last 2 or 3 years of USMT? Again, if you've not used it, if you know about it but you've not used it, you might not have researched the latest features. And there's a few new features where they've speeded up the compression, they've allowed you to test the integrity of the USMT backup files. There's a whole bunch of new System Center sequences that you can implement if you're going to use USMT and Config Manager. Okay, understand the difference between, so if a typical example question might be, you're going to use scan state. Okay, so what command line would you use? Where would be the placeholders for the different parts? Okay, and in what order would you run through using USMT? Well, you know scan state's the first, and you know that load state's the last. Is there any bits in the middle? Yeah. So, look at the optional XML files in there. This is where you can expand it. So scan state and load state haven't changed that much. What they have done is expand the functionality by using XML files to allow you to do extra things. So make sure you understand, if you had to select which one of those, you could do your app configuration or your customization of your apps, then yes, you could probably guess it's MIG app. But you'd also probably want to go into your custom XML files as well, because that specifies all the file paths. Okay. All right. I'll leave a couple of references in the deck for you if you pull this off later on, so you can actually pull down like technical references. Just so you can look at what's new, what's changed. They're quite useful. Okay. All right. Let's move on. This is touching on a little bit of cloud. this is touching a little bit on modern, deploying Windows to utilize the cloud. So this is where we've got no data now stored in our Windows 10 machine. Okay, so typically we'd have it in our profile, our documents, our folder, our pictures, our general profile. This feature, which is new, it's still only a couple of years old, is where you shift all that to the cloud. Shift it all to OneDrive for Business. And it works seamlessly. It works really nice. Okay? And your users do not know about it. Okay? They save their documents to documents, if you allow them to do it that. Or they save their, whatever they're working on, their temporary files into their profile, and straight away that's automatically synced and backed up and made available on both the device and OneDrive. So again, if that's new, practice it, have a go. There's group policies, and there's also, you can configure it on the device as well to set this up. When you install a brand new Windows 10 device today, this will be almost forced upon you. It's one of those click, click, do you agree to this? Do you want us to back up all your data to the cloud? Right at the start of the installation. You might not have seen that. You might not have figured out, actually, what's that doing? That's implementing this feature. Why? Well, because this is cool. It forces everything off your machine. It also drives consumption for OneDrive. But if you've got Office 365, are you ever going to run out of data space? Not really. Not within not in a work environment. You've got your 1 terabyte data storage, haven't you, for OneDrive for Business? So this is actually a good thing. Move it there, and then work out what you're going to do with it after that. Okay. What else have we got? Activation is included in this section as well. So what would you do? There's a few new activation features within Windows 10 now. So activation is built in if the device is known to Microsoft. It'll see, this has got a digital license. It'll automatically be activated. Well, what if it doesn't work? What if you still use KMS? What if you still use another way of activating that device? Until you've moved your full estate to, say, Microsoft 365, where you get your Windows 10 license built in, and then it becomes a digital activation, you might still be using volume licensing or KMS. You still need to know the server licensing manager command line. So make sure you take those away with you, so you know how you can pull up the information about licensing and activation, and also where things are moving going forward. Yeah, we're moving away from having license keys that you type in to license keys or activation keys that are built into the operating system and married to the device. Okay. There's one line right at the bottom of that slide. I just want to draw attention to it. Use the troubleshooter. Remember, this is not meant to be a basic course or a basic exam, but it does expect you, if you're supporting, managing Windows 10, to use the built-in tools and tips. So the troubleshooters in Windows 10 are very good. And they're your first point of help. Think of yourself as, when you're taking this exam, think you might be managing a team of help desk operators. You would want them to use the troubleshooting tools. Why? Because it keeps them in that box. It keeps them in that narrow vision of just do what you need to do to get it working. And if the troubleshooter can find it and perform 35 actions and get the system working again without messing it up, use that. You are probably more advanced than that help desk support guy because you're managing them. Therefore, you need to know, A, do the troubleshooter, and B, what happens if not, then run the SLMGR. So you need to know both. Okay? But try and go for the troubleshooter first. All right. So, a few other things. Once you've deployed Windows 10, you could have deployed it using WDS or config-man. You're probably not going to deploy it using Autopilot on this exam. All right? We need to look at how you're going to then configure the post-installation features. You'll need to know a little bit about Edge and IE. Remember that both browsers are integral to Windows 10. Why? Why do we have both browsers? Edge is for forward-thinking, cloud, modern standards. Internet Explorer is for legacy websites and web apps that will not upgrade, that nobody will upgrade. that still use old technology, but you still absolutely need. Okay? So Edge will not look at those websites. It will not render them properly. It'll say that they're insecure. Think of all your intranet sites that were created 5, 10, 15 years ago. That huge investment, you're not going to replace. It's not going to be a project on your to-do list of, oh, let's just rewrite all that so it's using modern standards in Edge. You're going to keep it. You're going to use Internet Explorer. So how do you use that? So we need to be thinking more about how do we do enterprise mode. Okay, so the browser automatically sees that it won't render in Edge, so it will automatically fire up Internet Explorer, load the page that you need, and if your user then tries to go to a different web page, which is a modern page, it will automatically go back to Edge seamlessly, and that works really, really nice. Okay, so do look at Edge, do look at Internet Explorer of how they work together. Okay, not in isolation. You need to understand why you use the different types of browser. Okay, mobility settings. This is all about how you use a mobile device. So treat your Windows 10 device now. You're all carrying one. That is now a mobile device. You might think it's a laptop or a tablet or a phone. They're all classed as mobile devices now in the Microsoft world. You've heard the concept of mobile device management. That is for the devices that you've got in your hand. And it includes desktop PCs as well. Okay? So when we're talking about mobility, that's if you move the device around. But the whole mobile device management concept works for Windows 10 desktops as well. Right? So don't get hung up on, oh, my Windows 10 desktop is not a mobile device. Well, it can be managed just like it is. So can a phone, so can an iPad, so can a Surface tablet, so can a desktop. Servers can't be. Okay? Servers can't be managed using Intune. All right. With Windows 10, you get a bunch of sign-in options. You need to have played with some of these. Yeah. Now, some of them you won't be able to see unless you've got the camera in the device. To get Microsoft Windows Hello, you cannot use that unless you've got that camera. Now, what type of camera is that? Is it just a clever camera? Well, what type of clever camera? It's not a 3D camera, but it sees depth. Okay? It's an infrared camera, and there's a certain standard for it as well, so it needs to be that standard. Okay? And it needs to support Windows Hello. So again, they're getting fairly common now. They're quite, it's a standard device will have support for Windows Hello. Now, I sometimes used to get confused by the whole Windows Hello thing, thinking, well, that's just about the camera. No. The camera is the interpretation of how the technology is used. Windows Hello is not just the camera. Your fingerprint reader on your device uses Windows Hello. Your biometric scanner, it's your facial or it's your retina scanner, uses Hello. Your smart card that you use, if you use one of those, will use Windows Hello. So Windows Hello is the authentication mechanism built into Windows 10 for enterprises. Okay? So don't get hung up thinking, this machine does not have a camera, therefore I cannot, on the list of options, use Windows Hello. You can still use other things like fingerprints or biometrics. Who's not seen dynamic lock? Dynamic lock's pretty cool. This is where you marry your Android device, your Android mobile phone, you pair it using Bluetooth to your Windows 10 device. And using Bluetooth, it knows you're in that 30-meter vicinity. When you get up and go to the restroom or you go and make a coffee, it automatically will lock your device for you. So you don't have to do your Control-Delete. You don't have to let the screensaver kick in. It will automatically do it. That's pretty nice. Okay. So again, have a look. Make sure you've seen that. I think I've got a screenshot on the left-hand side. Make sure you've seen that. Make sure you've demoed that. And unfortunately, you're not going to be able to demo that in a virtual machine. It's got to be able to see the Bluetooth. Okay. All right. I won't spend too much time on customizing the display, but really what you're looking at here is how do you create a customized display for your users and then export that and then roll it out for other users. So literally there's an export start layout.xml PowerShell script where you'll capture your existing reference image, and then you'll deploy that using group policy to the other machines or using PowerShell to the other machines. So again, make sure you're happy with that concept, how you go about doing it. If you've not done it, do it. All right. There's a useful reference there about the Windows Hello using biometrics in the workspace. And it's quite a good read. It's quite an in-depth read. There's a lot to cover. But what I wanted to give you this morning was that heads up about it's not just the camera. It's everything to do with authentication on a Windows device. Okay? And your biometrics that are created in this process are stored on that device. They're never transmitted anywhere else. Even if you've got Azure AD, they never leave the device. It's stored there. Okay, here's an example. It's quite a wordy question, but I've made sure that the questions I've created are quite wordy because I want to suck you in to the questioning environment that you're going to get in the exam. You don't get simple one-line questions anymore. All right? So within the questions, you're going to get told who you are, where you work, what you do for work, what your role is. It's then going to explain the scenario, so what software you've got, what devices you've got, how many people are using these devices. And then it's going to give you a statement. This doesn't work. Or you run into this problem. And you then need to figure out. It'll tell you, you need to do this. Okay? And then you're given a lot of choices that you then need to think about. And you need to pick one or two. Your solution must be accomplished in the least amount of administrative effort. That makes you choose. Is it this or that? Well, which would be easiest? That's not the question. That's not the question. Which would require the least amount of effort? Okay. Anybody thinking about it? Let's have a look. C, indeed. Why? Well, a cynic could say it's new. It's new technology, therefore it's bound to be tested. Okay? But it's the right thing to do in that scenario. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is all about managing devices and data. So there's a lot of traditional stuff in here, like NTFS, that you've covered before. So this is the top level. Okay, so we're taking the objective domain, which you can find online under the Microsoft Learn website. If you type in MD-100, you can see this. It's in a document you can pull out. It's like 4 pages long. And this is one of the first documents that gets produced by Microsoft when they come up with an exam. This gets sent to the book writers, to the exam writers, to the video producers. Whoever makes content for the exam gets the same document. So we all work from the same document. Okay. So some of these you should be able to tick off fairly straightforward, that you're good with this. That make sense? There should be a lot of these things. So things like local users, local groups. This is all local stuff. That's fairly straightforward. Registry. You understand this. This is not going to take that much time. We'll figure out a few things that are a little bit grey that you need to drill down into, but hopefully there's not going to be that much in here. So let's see if we can surprise a few of you. All right, let's dig in. So this is all about local. Fairly straightforward. You've still got your local users MMC, Microsoft Management Console. You've still got PowerShell. You've still got computer management. You've got the settings app. Make sure the settings app is your best friend. All right. How do you add new users? What type of users are they? Are they local users? Do they have a Microsoft account? Are they Azure Active Directory users? Well, no. Are they domain users? No. These are mainly just local users. Right? So again, we're not using them that often. Special case kiosk machines, maybe. So local users groups are not, they're stored on the device, aren't they? Okay. But you can manage them using things like PowerShell. So again, take a look at the PowerShell commands that you might want to use. So extract all the local user accounts. Let's take a look at those. Are there any there that you don't know what they are? Because if you've got a local account on your machine that's been created, I don't know how, that's giving admin access to that machine, you've got a vulnerability. Okay. make sure that you know how to create Active Directory users, be it in a domain and possibly into Azure Active Directory. There's not that much Azure Active Directory content in this exam. It's an awareness rather than get in and do it. So, be aware that there is this directory in the cloud called Azure Active Directory. You've got a domain directory which is on premises. This is more skewed towards Active Directory, so your domain controller, your on-premises server, all right? Okay. Which is managed by group policy. Remember the second exam, which we're not really talking about, is all about policies and profiles using Intune. This is group policy still. This is the old stuff, the good stuff. Okay. Make sure you know how to join a device. Okay. Be aware of what Autopilot does, Windows Autopilot. That's the new cool deployment method, isn't it, for a brand new device or a reprovisioned device. That's not really covered in this course, in this exam. Right, so don't worry too much about it. Be aware of it, but that's not what's going to be tested on this exam. All right? Okay. But you do need to understand when you'd use a join or a register. Let's have a look at that. Okay? Know the difference. When you join a device to Azure or you register a device to Azure, what's the difference, guys? Because there's a massive difference, and you do need to know this. Otherwise, you'll trip yourself up, okay? You'll register a device, okay? What do I mean by register? Well, it's known to Azure. It's known to Intune. It's known to the cloud for BYOD, okay? So if you want to put a temporary user or someone who's bringing their own device into the office, you want to make that access your Outlook or your cloud resources, but you don't want to manage it fully and take control of it. You'll register that device. And they'll do that on the right-hand side using the Settings app. And by default, if they put their company credentials, their Office 365 username and password into that wizard, it will be registered. Okay, so by default, devices get registered into Azure AD when you use the Settings app. Joining a device is completely different. This is where you own the device. This is a company-owned device. This is where you want to manage the device and take control of it. When you go through the wizard on the right-hand side, you need to specify manage this device in Azure Active Directory. So manage this device. So it's not the default option. At that point, we'll reach out to Azure, we'll check to see if your username and password is in there and that you're allowed to be managed. Because if you're not allowed to be managed in that directory, no cigar. Okay? You can just register. Does that make sense? To make sure you know the difference between BYOD registering and fully owned joining. Okay, and if you get it wrong, how to revert that, how to deregister, come out of it. Literally, if you click the Microsoft logo on the right-hand side, you can then remove that device from management. And your users can do that if it's just registered. They own their device still. Okay, all right. We're not going to get stuck into much of this device management, but just be aware, once you do move to the cloud, there's lots of new technology that you need to be aware of, and it's an awareness at this point for MD-100. So like single sign-on, for enterprise state roaming. So we call it enterprise compliant roaming. You've all got, you can do roaming profiles with traditional Windows 10. You can do the same thing with Azure Active Directory. And we only touch on it here in this course, but in the MD-101 exam, you'll go into it in a lot more detail. And it's literally a tick box, guys. It's not rocket science. You just need to enable it in Azure AD. So it's not complex, so don't get hung up on it. But what it does, it means any person who signs onto any of their mobile devices, desktops included, all their profile will roam with them. That's pretty cool. Okay? So do look down that list and have a look, see if there's anything else that you're not sure about. Things like passwords have been synced, your Windows Hello preferences are synced, all because of the cloud. And that's why this journey to the cloud is going to be unrelentless. It's going to keep going and keep going and keep going, okay? Because it gives you so much more. Okay? There are a couple of management tools that you can use to manage your devices in an online directory. So we talk about the AAD portal, which is your Azure portal, okay, using Intune. You've got the Intune in the Azure portal, the portal.azure. And the new one is the Microsoft 365 device management portal. And we heard Brad's announcements yesterday. Some of these, that's going to change slightly to become more of a manager. But if you've not looked at this, I'll give you a link in a second. Do have a look at the different ways you can manage devices in an online directory. Okay. This is an example of the Microsoft 365 device management portal. So it looks like Intune on the left-hand side, but it's actually within Microsoft 365. Okay? You don't have to go into Azure to do this. So, like I said before, you need a basic knowledge of the cloud. How are you going to get that? You're going to sign up for a free trial for these as part of your preparation. You're going to then build a virtual machine for Windows 10, and you're going to register it. You're going to join it. You're going to register it. You're going to deregister it. You're going to take it in, take it out. You're going to look at it appear in Intune using either the Microsoft 365 device management console or Intune console. I don't mind how, but I want you to see it in the directory, because then you can look at the properties. And you'll see different properties for a registered device to a joined device. Yeah? You can do different things to a joined device because it's yours, it's owned by the company. You can wipe it, for example. Whereas a registered device, yeah, you can remove corporate data off it, that's it. You can't do much else. You can't wipe the device. Okay? So do have a look at that at an awareness point of view at the moment. Okay? All right, let's go on. This is traditional, this is good, this is what you've seen before, configuring data access and protection. Now, one gotcha here, you don't necessarily need to know all the stats and data on the right-hand side, but you do need to know how to create a share and share it out and give permissions and do things like evaluate permissions for a certain person. You need to be able to do this stuff, not just look at that screen and go, I know how to do that. Practice again. Do it one more time. Make sure you can evaluate the permissions, that you've gone into the properties of NTFS, and you've looked at the folder structure that you've created, and you've set up a typical business structure, and then given your user Bob permission, and then evaluate it. Because these are simple questions for you to get wrong, because you're too off with the stars thinking about the new stuff. This is a gotcha for quite a few people. But it's fundamentally, on a Windows 10 machine, essential. As we move more into the cloud, I think the whole MD-100 exam doesn't touch this at all. This is only at this level. So therefore, Microsoft have got to get a couple of questions in to test you at this level on this topic. Otherwise, they've missed the opportunity. Okay. How do you configure this? You use the registry, or you can use the group policy. How do you troubleshoot devices? How do you troubleshoot group policy? Be aware of the tools at the bottom. Group policy update, resultant set of policy, and GP result, the GUI version of RSOP. If you've not used those for a while, dig them out again. Run it, see what happens. Make sure you understand GP update, force. Have a good understanding of loopback processing, okay, where you're trying to force the machine to do a certain thing. And look at the order of processing. Very simple to overlook that slide and go, we're fine, I've done GP result in last year. I don't need to know about order of processing. You know full well it'll ask you a question on loopback processing. And if you've never done it, you've never used it, never needed to, it'll throw you. And you'll be in the exam thinking, it is going to be that, but I'm not sure. And if you're not sure, you've not done your prep, and that's why we're trying to force you to, of all those things on that slide, the bottom three are the ones you need to focus on, because they're the ones that you're not going to look at that often. Okay. Windows security. Who's seen this screen before? This screen is where they're putting all the security for Windows 10 into the settings app. And this is a standalone app now, Windows Security. Got your machine, type it in, Windows Security. It'll pop up as a separate app to the settings app. It'll launch in its own window. You need to drill down into each of these areas. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay? Did you know, not a lot of people know this, ransomware, one of the biggest threats we've got at the moment to end users, okay, and to your everyday end user at work, ransomware, because they're going to click something and it's going to all go bad very quickly. You can enable ransomware protection on a Windows 10 device with one click. It's not enabled by default, and it's not brought to your attention that often, but it's within that Windows Security Center. Okay? Tick that box. Stop your devices from being victims of ransomware. What it does, it treats, and you can customize the folders, it treats your folders on your hard drive as protected folders. You know how Windows 10 won't let you write into Windows or System 32 and all those protected areas? You can enable that for My Documents or My Company folder on your local hard drive. It's then classed as protected, therefore ransomware can't overwrite it, can't encrypt it, can't do anything naughty. Not a lot of people know about that. Okay, what else? Learn about your firewalls. There's different types of firewall profile. You need to know why. You need to know it's fairly straightforward. You've got your domain network where you're inside your perimeter in a traditional environment. You've got a private network which might be standalone at home, and then you've got your public network where you might be at an internet cafe or in a vulnerable location. Yeah. Think about encryption. Now, again, most people, when they look at encryption, think about BitLocker. And it's like, oh, well, that must be the answer to every question. Well, mostly, yes. But we've also got EFS, encrypted file system, still. Came out in 2000, wasn't it? 2000, Windows 2000 first had EFS. So we've had it for 19 years. It's still as good as it was then. Not a lot's changed, but it's still really, really powerful. So do not dismiss EFS. Okay? EFS does the job really, really well. It protects folders and files. What does BitLocker encrypt? Disks. The whole volume. All right? And BitLocker is used to encrypt your data that's stored in the cloud in Office 365, in OneDrive. Okay? Because it encrypts the whole disk. But EFS is still very credible. Okay? And what are the key gotchas that you need for an EFS? You need that data recovery agent, don't you? Because if you don't configure that data recovery agent before you allow users to encrypt stuff, you as an admin can't get that data. Okay? Because once it's encrypted. And without the password to decrypt it, you're stuffed. Technical term. Make sure you're happy with the PowerShell commandlets for looking for your BitLocker drive keys, your encryption keys, your recovery keys. The one at the bottom is where you back up that key to Azure Active Directory. So again, if you take a Windows 10 BitLocker encrypted drive or machine, you enroll it or you join it to Azure Active Directory, that recovery key will be sat there in your Azure Active Directory console. And I want you to be able to see that. And you can back it up manually by using a bit of BitLocker. You'd use that after the event. So if you enrolled it, or you joined it to Azure Active Directory, and then you encrypted the drive, you'd need to force that back up to place it in there. Okay. There's a quick exam tip there. Just remember, make sure it's the right way around, otherwise it all goes wrong. This is the data recovery agent. Okay. Practice question. I'll give you a second to read through that. So the question, what we're trying to find here, is do you understand the big picture as well? Not just Windows 10, but do you remember some legacy or some technologies that came out a couple of years ago, back in 2008, some of this? And did you ever use that? And do you see how Windows 10 is using BitLocker encryption, but it can be a bit of a gotcha if you've not set something else up. And notice that the question is, we're talking about WDS, and we're talking about the network unlock feature. And you're thinking, well, damn, but those are server technologies. Well, yes, they are, but Windows 10 uses them. What do we think? Oh, definitely silence. All right, I'll put you out of your misery. So we need to separate the WDS server from the DHCP, and we need to make sure that this network unlock feature is enabled on the domain controller or the DHCP. But again, can you see how your breadth of knowledge will help in this type of scenario question? And it's not just enough to know Windows 10. It's having that blurred outline as well of what other technologies might you be aware of. Thankfully, you're not going to get many questions like that. You're going to get 80% are all about Windows 10. And there'll be some gray ones that will incorporate the rest of the ecosystem as well, where you should have an awareness of. Okay. Right, let's rattle through the last two. Configure connectivity. This is all going to be about wireless and VPNs and networking, a little bit about Wi-Fi profiles, a little bit about IP version 6, but not much, so don't get too worried about that then. The configure remote connectivity will be big. So remote desktop, how do you connect, how do you troubleshoot a machine? Remotely, how do you enable that remote connection? Let's have a look. Okay, so we should all be good with IP version 4. We should know how to configure an IP version 4 address on the machine. That could be a practical test using a virtual machine. That's fairly straightforward for them to test if you think about it. Okay, how do you create a VPN? How do you enable DHCP? I've got APIPA on there. That's fundamental IP addressing. You should know what APIPA stands for. Okay, automatic private IP addressing. Okay, and when that fails. So know when you get a 169 IP address, it's not because networking full stop has failed. It's because your machine is trying to find the DHCP server and it's not responding. So it could be anything. It could be a blockage in the way. It could be a router or a switch. It could be the DHCP server's not working. It could be it's run out of addresses. Okay? It's probably not going to be your machine, though, is it? The question then you need to figure out is, in the question, does it say only your machine? Or does it say your whole team? Or the whole floor? Or everyone connected to that one switch? That's where your troubleshooting comes in. If it's just your machine and everyone else is working fine, sounds like it's a lease issue. Okay? You don't want to start escalating it to level 2, level 3, and saying, the DHCP server's down. Well, calm down a little bit. It might not be. Can you ping the DHCP server? Can you turn the machine off and then turn it back on again? Does it get an IP address then? There's a lot of troubleshooting things there. But what would you use? I mentioned right at the beginning. The troubleshooter. Go for it. It works sweet. Be aware of your IP version 6 addresses. Don't sweat it too much unless, you just need to know the basics, and that's why I pulled them out in that exam tip below there. Be able to recognize a private IP address in version 6, an APIPA address, that's the 169 equivalent, okay? And also an internet address, so a globally routable one. They'll begin with 2 or 3. If you can go into the exam with those 4 facts, okay? The FECO, the FE80, and the 2 or 3, then you'll be fine on IP version 6, because that's all you need to be able to configure at this level. Okay. All right. Configuring networking, how to do Wi-Fi, how to do mobility. Okay. Fairly straightforward. Look at the different VPNs. Probably know the different how the VPNs are getting stacked in easy to set up and more secure, and which one's the most modern, okay? Do look at the different profile options. That's a drill down into the technical resource there for you. Okay, use the right tool for the right job. And this is a little guide I put together. Make sure you know about Quick Assist, which is the new version of remote assistance for Windows 10. If you've not come across Quick Assist, have a go. Set up two machines, talk to each other. It works quite nicely, especially on that network, that internal network. It works really nice. Okay. Know how to create a remote connectivity between two machines using remote PowerShell. That gets most people. I've got the command in a second coming up. And also be aware of Azure Active Directory. If you're trying to connect to a remote machine that's in the cloud, that you need to put the Azure AD / or Azure AD whack to get to it. That can sometimes catch you. Okay. So how do we connect? How do we configure remote connectivity? We need to use the command shell enable PS remoting. All right. WinRM quick config, that will be tested more than likely. That's like the key command. So win remote management quick config. In effect, it's a wizard that does it for you. Okay. You need to run it on both sides. Okay. Especially on a Windows 10 machine. You probably don't need to know the port numbers, but they're there for you if you want. Yeah, and you can't use it on a public network. It will fail. When you run WinRM Quick Connect, it'll probably fail on a public network. You'll see it and say, no, you can't do that. Okay, okay, quick question. Choose two. I'll let you read it. Okay. This is not a trick question. This is nothing wrong with this question. It forces you to think, well, again, we've got similar terms, we've got similar words, we're doing the same thing on different devices. What's the issue here? And the issue is we need to do it on the specific devices, not on all devices, okay? So if you look there, we're saying we need to do it on the remote laptops, we need to do it on each remote laptop. We don't want to do it on all Windows 10 devices, that's just too open. Okay. But we do need to enable it. If we don't enable it, it doesn't work. All right. Last objective domain. And I'll give you some tips and tricks on how to actually succeed at the exam. Okay. This is all about maintaining. So there's a few things in here that are new. It covers how to recover Windows 10, it covers updating Windows 10, and it covers how to maintain and keep Windows 10 good. So there might be a few things here that you've not seen. All right. We still have this legacy backup in Windows 10, the Windows 7 backup. That's still going to be valid. Why? Because a lot of people are moving from Windows 7 to Windows 10, and they'll have backups in Windows 7. So you need to know for this exam all about the Windows 7 backup tool. It's not intuitive. You think, why would I need to know that? I've just explained. It's because for at least a little bit of time, another year or two, this will still be relevant. All right? So what's the command line? wbadmin.exe. Doesn't say backup in there. Yep, so again, that might get you. OneDrive file recovery. Notice the times and the durations. By default, an end user can recover their data for only 30 days. So it's between 3 and 30 days. Whereas if he's got a corporate subscription to Office 365 or Microsoft 365, or even OneDrive standalone subscription, okay, he gets between 3 and 93. And that works across the recycle bin on the PC, but also in the cloud. So make sure you've looked at the recycle bin, you've recovered files, you've seen how that works. Okay. All right. Be clued up on the recovery options for Windows 10. Okay. Know what resetting a device means. Do it. Okay. It doesn't take much effort to actually create a virtual machine and run through this. And also, go through the advanced startup. This does seem to change slightly sometimes, depending on if you're using a virtual machine or a physical machine, what's available to that machine, and also whether or not there's a recovery drive. The other one is, do have a look at what Fresh Start means. Okay, so Fresh Start is the new kid on the block. This is the one that they would like you to use, where it reestablishes the whole Windows 10 for you, and you can choose not to have any apps or any of the apps that come from the OEM, and it will also make it the latest version of Windows available. So it upgrades it and updates it for you as well. So Fresh Start, again, when you go through this and when you get started, it flies you right into a new console. This is what they would like you to use, or your end users to use. It's more of a consumer thing. But again, you can use this. All right, make sure you're happy with the advanced options, so when you boot into the recovery options. Understand startup repair, how you create a recovery drive, how you can modify your BCD, your boot configuration database. Now again, there's options within the GUI to self-repair that for you. My experience is it's hit and miss. So you should be able to do that yourself. You should be able to use the BCD edit command and actually rebuild that or create that recovery partition. Okay. Provisioning packages and driver packages. We touched on that during the deployment. So where you're using the Windows Configuration Designer. What we're talking about here is how you package a driver using the PNP util. So again, that's an old legacy tool, but it's still very useful for packaging drivers together. All right. I won't drill down into these in too much detail, but this is all about updates. This is new. You need to be aware of the new update mentality or methodology for Windows 10. This is where, we've got this concept of servicing channels, and it's always going to be kept up to date. How do you troubleshoot that? How do you look to see if it's getting its updates? How do you restart an update? How do you delete the folder where those updates are stored to then regenerate it to start again? Okay. There's a whole load of options here where you can manage those updates. Okay. Notice at the bottom there's a couple of little gotchas there, things like delivery optimization. Okay. It's new, it works, it can take quite a bit of your bandwidth, it can save you a lot of bandwidth. Again, make sure you've looked at that. And again, there's quite a few group policy settings now that you need to configure to set that up. They've taken it out of the end user's domain. Okay. Again, I'll throw you back to the troubleshooter. Make sure you're happy with the troubleshooter. Okay. Event performance and performance management. Who's seen this screen before? You've all seen Task Manager. Who's really seen it? I'm going to show you a screen now. There's new features. There's new features for how much GPU usage is, how much resource usage. Scroll across, it's on the right-hand side. The power usage. They'll be tested because they're new. Look at Resource Manager, look at Performance Monitor, look at Performance History. These are all really cool. Last question. I need 2 answers for this. And this is another question that asks you to have an awareness of managing devices in the cloud, but not being fully cloud immersed. So it's an awareness only. So some of this is cloud, some of it isn't. Okay, I'm going to show the answer. So it's all about pilot groups. It's all about rolling out those updates in a logical, staged pilot rollout. Okay, so even if you've never touched Intune or Intune before, you should be able to have a good stab at that question by thinking, look, we need to roll it out, we need to do it in a phased approach. And that's just called a pilot group in Intune. You might not know the terminology, but it's called a pilot group in Intune. Okay. All right. Last 5 minutes, I just want to talk about how you prepare for this exam. Okay. Microsoft have changed their way of doing things. They want to make sure you have enough learning that's either free, or if you want to pay for it, you can pay for it. You've got a choice at either end. Okay? So their whole Microsoft Learn website is now for you to use. And they're going to throw as much content up there on Azure, Windows 10, Microsoft 365 as they can for you to consume for free. All right? If you prefer a book, you go and buy a book. If you prefer video learning, you go and buy video learning. If you prefer a practice test, you go and buy those things. But what Microsoft are going to do is give you as much as they can for free. So you've got no excuse. Okay? They're also going to run more events. They're going to do, these events are great for learning. That's what you're here for. You've immersed yourself for a whole week to focus. Because what is the issue, really? The issue is finding time to focus on doing what you need to do. And I've got a session tomorrow which talks about how you find that time to actually focus on certification or following your career path. Okay? These are the different types of areas where you can engage. So that could be self-learning. It could be in a classroom. It could be used in practice tests, and we touched about those already. Okay? But you need to commit. That's the point. You need to commit to taking that path and going for it and succeeding. Once you've got through to the end and you take an exam, then you can rest and then start focusing again. How many should you do a year? Minimum 1, maximum 5, 10. How much time do you want to commit to this? But yeah, don't set that deadline too far ahead. 3 months is a long time. Okay. Some of you have already picked up the book. I think they're selling this down in the store. This is the book that I co-wrote on Windows 10 on this exam. It splits it down to those 4 sections with practice tests, with practice questions, and you can work through building your own lab to do this. There's not as many labs as I'd like to have put in there, but everything we've talked about today, you can do. It's step by step. Okay, do have a look at that. If you buy it online using the MS Press, there's a 50% discount voucher. I prefer a physical book, but 50% is not to be sniffed at, so it's worth having. Do set a deadline. Okay? Read the question. Make sure you read the question in full. Make sure you know what it's asking you. Okay? Take an exam this week. Have a go. There is a free exam certification that you can take away after this week. They announced it yesterday. It's live today. So you can do exams here on site for free if they are strategically aligned with the modern desktop, with Azure, and with data. Okay? So you can take exams this week, but you can also take one exam after this. And it's valid for 6 months, I think. So take that as well. All right? You can't access the free practice tests and things like that, so do those this week while you're here. That make sense? Has everyone got that picture? Okay. So my call to action is for you to do something about this. You're here, you're listening, you're learning, you're taking on board. We'll answer a few questions in a minute, but actually set a deadline, set that first goal, get that exam. Once you've started on the path to certification, your life may well change for the better because you've achieved something. A lot of us haven't done exams for years. The minute you start and you realize just either how easy it is or how hard it is, you might be on a new path, okay? This is changing. The whole modern desktop concept, it's moving you to the cloud. This is the first step. This MD-100 is the first step, and it is achievable. It is easier than the MD-101, but you need this one first. Don't do it the other way around. Do this one first, and then do the 101. Does that make sense? Get this one under your belt, get the confidence that you need to then do the next one, because this is your foundation, your platform that you need. Okay. There are some more exam prep sessions available this week. Some of them have gone, some of them are today. There is not another one for MD-101. Okay. So if you need something for MD-101, either come and ask me, drop me an email, find me on LinkedIn. I have recorded a 3-hour exam prep course on LinkedIn Learning for MD-101. There's also an MD-100 that a friend of mine, Jolie, recorded as well. So if you've got LinkedIn Learning, which is the learning part of LinkedIn, then use that as well if you got it. I think if you don't have a LinkedIn Learning account or a subscription, then you can buy them standalone now for like $20 or $30. So they're not usually expensive. Alternatively, buy the book, or go in a class, or just go onto the Microsoft Learn website and start consuming that information and build it yourself. Please evaluate the session. I'm done. I'm going to stay around for some questions afterwards for the next 10, 15 minutes. I hope you enjoy the session. And if you're available tomorrow morning, check out my name. I've got 2 sessions on career progression, on getting yourself cloud ready, and one about the Microsoft 365 exams. And they're only 20-minute in the hub. Okay, thank you.